Hey guys, it's your friend Sarah here. So today's video is going to be about how I grew back my edges using braids. So I'll give you a little backstory about my hair. Previously, I wore wigs for 9 years. With wearing wigs, it was starting to thin my edges. And eventually it got to the point where my edges were very tender. So I decided to wear braids. I've been wearing braids on and off for 16 months. So the first tip is to give your edges a break. Do not braid your edges for the first 6 to 8 weeks. So whenever you're doing your first set of braids, leave your edges out. I tried to braid my edges that first set of braids and I was in so much pain I could not do it. So I just took them all out and I just let my edges be and I let them grow a little bit because they were very short. If your hair is a little bit longer, then what you can do is like slick your edges back, or maybe, you know, tuck them behind your ears. The main thing you need to do whenever you leave your edges out is to have a middle part style of braids so that your hair will naturally fall and cover your edges. Tip number 2 is to give your hair a break in between styles. So after you do your first set of braids, it's important not to rush into your next set of braids. You need to give your hair a break. I'll give my hair some rest for maybe a week up to a month. During this break time, it's important that you're not pulling your hair, you're not doing too much manipulation. I typically would just wear my hair in an afro just because my hair is still very tender. My edges are still very tender, so I don't like to pull my hair into any type of style. I'll twist it at night and untwist it in the morning. Tip number 3 is to listen to your hair. So now you're ready to finally braid your edges. When you're braiding your edges, if you are feeling any type of pain, tension, pulling, what you need to do is you need to take it down. You need to take it out and start again. Maybe your hair isn't ready, but if you're feeling any kind of pain, any kind of tension, take it out. Your body is giving you a warning signal. It's giving you that pain signal like, hey, something that you're doing is causing me pain. You need to do something about it or else you might lose some hair. Whenever I'm braiding along my edge line, I like to move my hair in every single direction, and if I feel any kind of pain, then I take the braid down. Number 4 is to not pull your hair into tight ponytails or buns. I know it's very hard to not want to pull your braids into a cute, you know, high ponytail or high bun, but unfortunately, these ponytails and buns typically will pull on your edges if you don't do them the right way. So it's very important that if you're going to put your hair in a ponytail, that you do a loose ponytail. I'll typically put my hair in a loose lower ponytail. And the reason why we don't want to do this is obvious. We don't want to cause more tension, more pulling, more hair loss. We're trying to heal our hair. Tip number 5 is to not add too much braiding hair for this section. So if you have a very small section of hair, you don't want to add a huge wad of braiding hair to that little section of hair. You don't want to add too much weight to your hair, and that can cause hair loss, breakage. Tip number 6 is to make sure to wash your hair every single week. Our hair is like a tree, and just like a tree, for it to grow, for it to thrive, it needs water and it needs sunlight. Now, with our melanin, if you didn't know, our melanin is very close to the same pigments, I think it's chlorophyll, in trees and plants, what gives them their green color. Just like we get our beautiful brown color from our melanin. So the melanin in our body, the brown pigment in our skin, is very similar to the chlorophyll in plants, which gives them their green color. But just like plants and how they need water in the sun, we need water in the sun. So it's very important that we are washing and cleansing our hair and providing moisture with the water and getting some natural sunlight. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but you know, whenever you're out in the sun, you feel that heat. It's hot. It's because we're getting energy. We get energy from the sun. We don't burn from the sun, okay? We are little sun creatures. The sun loves us, just like the sun loves the nature. If you were to grow a tree, do you think that that tree would grow the way that it needs to grow if you only watered it once a month? Probably not. So the same thing can be applied to our hair. If you're only washing your hair once a month, our hair might not grow as well as it would have grown if you would have washed it at least once a week. I hope that this video helped you guys, and I will see you in the next one.